Greetings, admirers of Linda. Feel at home again. Who can say what it signifies in these times? Anyway, I've got some great material planned for today's discussion. So drop a remark, hit that subscribe button, and let's see what today's offering is like. Okay. The same goes with Terra. Duke's namesake and creator Luda has no plans to visit South Korea again. One would have to be living under a rock not to have heard about the stunning decline of fear. The project caused waves of excitement all around the world and drove some governments to move quickly to implement new restrictions. Also, Korea has been conducting extensive research into the matter, interviewing people with ties to Terraform Labs and its founder, Duke Won. Everyone, they were watching for it. South Korean authorities were expected to bring justice to the public by making an arrest. Instead, verify that a historical first occurred when he was contacted by investigators from South Korea. Duke Won, the terrorist group's founder, decided to talk about the collapse of his project and the use of cryptocurrency in an interview. One provided insight into his connection to Korea as a source. After the $45 billion failure of the project, I got down with this terrorist founder for the first interview he has given since then. Coin, an NFT TV series produced by and for the community, will exclusively air the premiere of our two-day conversation. On Monday, just hours after the incident, the whereabouts of one employee of H Media became public knowledge. As a result, many people began to wonder if he had actually gone to Singapore to avoid capture by authorities. However, Kwon stated that he had already relocated before the tragedy happened, citing rising death threats against his family as the reason. South Korean prosecutors also pushed for the introduction of a notification requirement for entry into Kwon, so it should be taken into account. Upon the subject's admission into the country, the investigating force is typically called as part of a notice upon their arrival step when an urgent investigation on the subject is necessary. Kwon agreed with them and said it was a tough call whether or not to return. In any case, he would do it whether or not the investigation turned up anything. How come one of them hasn't been arrested? Issues that affect the whole community. Cash and its creator, Alexei Peretz, have been at the center of recent events that have sown discord in the cryptocurrency market. Some people are relieved that Peretz, if he was apprehended, but others have questioned why others like him are still at large. In the past week alone, the United States has slapped sanctions on Terra currency, and the Dutch government has jailed Peretz, who merely built their code for the platform, including the manner in which the bad actors opted to fail, the community added. But if such opportunities existed, then to blame this on the individual that revealed those vulnerabilities in the first place. I alone am accountable for any weaknesses that could have been presented for a short seller to start to take profit from, Kono said, alluding to Terra's demise. Several South Korean banks are currently under scrutiny for allegedly fraudulent transactions totaling $6.5 billion. To top it all off, officials in some countries have begun conducting extensive investigations into a number of cryptocurrency firms. Nonetheless, one person is still there. That concludes our coverage of the dreadfully traditional. Here comes Das Widow. Remember to subscribe for updates and to check out your next one off when it's ready.